Okay, Ark Finance. So this is another scheme, another Ponzi scheme, I would suggest, very similar to the Drip Network and Optimus. Okay, it works in a similar kind of way. So this is the website, stake earn. Actually, it says foundation. Go to the home page. So ArkFi is DeFi for moms, dads, and so it keeps you granddads, grandparents. It'll say gardeners, all sorts of truck drivers. Here we go. So what they're trying to get over is that Ark Finance is a simple way of doing DeFi, and anyone is included. So anyone can join the scheme, and that's what they're trying to get across. Is anyone can put their money in. Okay, and obviously they want more people to put their money in. And at the moment, they've got 2,336 people who put their money into this. So it's already building up. The sustainable ecosystems system of dividend generating products. All right. So the Ark Vault, this is where you put your ArkFi in. So when you get some BUSD, so you put your dollars in, you get some BUSD, you then swap that BUSD for ArkFi, and then you put it in this vault. So the primary way to earn ArkFi rewards, ArkVault is a stable daily ROI DApp built from the ground up based on sustainable mechanics and best practices for passive income generation. Okay, load of garbage wording as usual. Ark Foundation, a medium yield staking protocol that supports Ark Swap liquidity by pairing ArkFi and BUSD to create bond earns BUSD rewards and qualifies your Ark Vault for referral rewards. So, it starts getting a little bit complicated. But ultimately, there is no utility, okay? It's just a load of new tokens which don't actually do anything, all right? Legacy NFTs, so you can buy these NFTs as well to improve your rewards and stuff like that. So we make crypto passive income easy. So step 1, buy BUSD through ArkFi. Then step 2, swap your BUSD for ArkFi. Step 3, deposit your ArkFi into the Ark Vault and then start earning rewards. And that's it in a nutshell. Now, introduction. Our goal is to make DeFi simple. So if you look at the white paper, transparent and sustainable for the ArkFi community. And if you start reading through this, you'll find out that it is not simple, okay? But in a nutshell, I've told you effectively how it works, but it is complex. The average Joe in the street is not going to understand anything to do with this. And this is why DeFi is so complicated to people, the everyday person. It's not simple at all to most people. 99.9% of people, I would say, aren't going to understand this fully. All right. I'm going to put my hand up and I'm going to say, I'm not going to understand this completely fully. Okay. I don't want to understand it fully because I know it's a load of nonsense. It's a Ponzi scheme. Okay. What you're getting paid out in is ArkFi tokens. It's just a load of rubbishy tokens. Think about drip tokens. What can you do with your drip tokens? Not a lot. What can you do with your Optimus tokens? Not a lot. If you look at the drip network, you look at the way the price has gone down. Look at it. Started off up here and it's just slowly come down. Why? Because they keep on adding more drip tokens. And the same thing's probably going to happen with this ArkFi. Adding more tokens and it's just going to slowly come down. So the more tokens out there, the less it's going to be worth. No doubt someone will say, oh, no, it's not completely true that, blah, 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 blah. But I think ultimately it is. There's no, like I said before, there's no utility in this token. You can't just create wealth from nothing, which is kind of what they're saying they're doing, right? Now, if we have a look at, let me just, so if you look at the team, for instance, meet the ArkFi team. So this is just basically cartoon characters of what they look like in real life. potentially. Okay, so who knows if they actually look like this in real life. So I was watching a James Pelton AMA with the team, and Atlas was on and Brett Nordin was on, and they didn't show the faces. So think about that, guys. Why aren't they showing the faces? It's dodgy, isn't it? You know, it's not legitimate. So they got the Ark team in green, and then look, so the first person here in the Ark advisor, Dr. Kelly Snook, rocket scientist. So she is a real person, Dr. Kelly Snook. She has worked at NASA, and she has worked in records and stuff like this. Well, actually, doesn't say it here, but she's got her own record company, or did have. Anyway, I looked her up and tried to contact her and stuff, and she's just impossible to contact. You can't get to her. She seems to have gone off the radar from 2021, April 2021. You can't find her. All right, but she did work for NASA. She was a rocket scientist. Now, all she did was create a calculator. You know, one of these calculators where it works out how much you're going to earn in 6 months and all of this if you keep your money in and blah blah blah. All right, so she did one of those calculators, but the drip network years ago. And basically, what they're doing is just using that calculator or slightly modifying it for their purposes. And I doubt very much that Kelly Snook knows anything about this. All right, because you can't contact her. You know, she's gone off the grid. So beware is my advice on this one. It just looks like another Ponzi scheme of people who aren't showing the faces because it's a dodgy scheme. And it's very much like Drip and Optimus. And you can sort of see the way that they went or going still. I mean, I think Optimus was on its fourth variation, wasn't it? Optimus 1, 2, and 3, and then Optimus X. I'm not even sure where we're up to with Optimus. It's just a load of garbage. Drip's been going on for a long time, and the price has just been falling for forever. So I would stay clear of this one, guys. Especially, it's the sort of project James Pelton is advertising. You know, probably not a good project to be in, but it's entirely up to you what you do with your money. They will give you the 2% every day, but it's 2% of crappy tokens. So think about it.